Alright, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy PXG Cash Howard, coach of the New York Nino Kings, bringing you another week 1 battle, this time taking place between Shane and the Wilmington Crobats, taking on Thomas and the Cape Girardeau Gardevoirs. Now, this is the roster for the Wilmington Crobats, and this is the roster for the Cape Girardeau Gardevoirs. After deliberation and careful planning, the teams that you will see competing are Gengar, Noivern, Cradily, Hippowdon, Raikou, and Arcanine for the Wilmington Crobats, Mega Gardevoir, Drapion, Bisharp, Garchomp, Rhyperior, and Rotom Wash representing the Cape Girardeau Gardevoirs. Now, let's see what happens when these two coaches clash. The Wilmington Crobats versus the Cape Girardeau Gardevoirs. Alright, Thomas is shooting the challenge. He's off with Boston Red Sox, the Rotom Wash. And Shane leads off with Hades, the Gengar. Thomas immediately withdraws Rotom Wash and goes into Scorpio, the Drapion. Hades goes for the Sludge Bomb, is not going to be very effective due to Drapion's Poison Dark typing. Recovers some health with the Black Sludge. Hades trying to leave, but Drapion notices it, goes for the Pursuit, but Gengar lives at 3 HP. Out comes out Hippowdon, starting up that Sand Stream. Scorpio about to get hit by the Sandstorm in the face, but will recover HP due to the Black Sludge. So Scorpio goes for the taunt. Is this Hippo about to try to go for rocks? And it did. And because of that, more sand in the face of Scorpio. But more HP back. It's kind of just going back and forth. So Thomas withdraws Scorpio to Drapion, goes into Boston Red Sox, the Rotom Wash again. Hippo going for the Earthquake, but Rotom Wash's Levitate preventing that from happening. This is probably Thomas's play, knowing full well that this Hippowdon may only have Earthquake as an attacking move, and being taunted, it can't do anything at all to this Rotom Wash. So Shane sees that withdrawal that goes into Nightmare. The Cradily. Rotom Wash goes to the Will-O-Wisp, lands it, and burns Cradily. Although luckily for it, I don't think Cradily is a physical attacker, but getting losing that HP every so often is probably not a good look for it. Rotom Wash back at full health because of leftovers at this point. Goes to the Volt Switch, escaping the probable grass move incoming. Goes into who to take it though. Chivalry, which I'm assuming is Bisharp. Yep. And it goes for the Toxic. Doesn't affect Bisharp due to the Steel typing. And the sand is now away. Cradily getting burned. Withdraws and goes into Hippowdon again, bringing back the Sandstorm with it. Ooh, Bishop goes for the Swords Dance, probably predicted the switch there. This Bishop is going to hit really hard. Goes for the Iron Head. If Hippo wasn't bulky, that would have been a dead Hippo. Now he takes the damage from both the Rocky Helmet and his own Life Orb. Hippo goes for the Earthquake and able to take out Bisharp. A big threat just like that gone. And Shane is now on the board. Out comes out Gardevoir. Nightmare the Cradily comes back, substituting for Hippowdon. And there goes Gardevoir Mega Evolving, bringing out the black dress. Is it going to be singing a Requiem of Death for Credilli, who's able to take the hit of the Hyper Voice? Sand to the face, Credilli recovers his HP and loses it back because of the burn. Gardevoir goes for the substitute. I don't think Credilli's going to be able to get her out of it. Goes for Pain Split, does miss. That would have been very beneficial for Credilli had Gardevoir not substituted right there. Once again, health goes up, health goes down. Gardevoir goes to the Focus Blast, the Focus Miss, and actually lands it. Is this enough? And it is. And it was a crit. I'm not sure the crit mattered, but Nightmare the Credilli goes down. Thomas now on the board. We're at a tied 5-5. Out comes out Raikou. He's exerting its pressure. Goes to the Volt Switch. It's probably going to be enough to break Gardevoir's substitute. And it is. There she is again. She withdrawing Raikou, going into Kenny, the Arcanine to replace Raikou. Goes to the Hyper Voice. It is resisted hit because of the fire typing, and Gardevoir quickly running away. Going into Nose Drill, the Rhyperior. Kenny goes for the Extreme Speed. Is not going to do much, if anything, on Rhyperior because of the rock typing. Now recovering HP with its leftovers. Shane quickly withdrawing. Goes into Hippowdon again, which means the sand is going to come back out. Rhyperior goes to the Roar. Who is coming out? Ooh, it is Gengar, and the Sand, its own teammate Sand, is going to knock it out. Hades the Gengar goes down. We're at a 4v5. A lucky roll of the dice for Thomas there, bringing out the one poke that would have died just from the hazard damage. Hippo comes back out. Rhyperior goes to the Earthquake. Hippo is able to tank it and slacks off, recovering HP. Putting himself right back up there. Rhyperior now at full health. Rhyperior goes for the Stealth Rocks. And so does Hippo. They're both trading rocks, and they both don't have a way to remove the hazard, so those rocks are staying permanently on the field, potentially breaking anyone's Focus Sash on either side. Boston Red Sox comes back out for the Gardevoirs. Goes to the Earthquake again, not being able to touch Rotom Wash. The Sand, however, is going to hit Rotom Wash in the face. He does recover his HP because of the leftovers. Shane realizing this is feed out, recalls the Hippo. Goes into Raikou. What is Rotom Wash going to do? Goes to the Volt Switch. Doesn't do much to Raikou's electric type, as it resists its own typing. Goes back into Nose Drill the Rhyperior. This Raikou needs to kill Rhyperior, otherwise it may be GG for it. Rhyperior does have a very high attack stat. Goes to the Hidden Power. Super effective, not sure if it was rock, ice, water, grass. Regardless of what it is, it wasn't enough, and Raikou goes down. We're looking at a 3v5. Kenny the Arcanine comes out. Takes damage from the rocks. Goes for the close combat. Rhyperior living, and I think it's about to revenge kill Arcanine for dare touching it. And it does. Kenny the Arcanine goes down, not able to avenge Raikou. 2v5. Back comes out Hippowdon. Thomas may go back into Rotom Wash knowing that Hippo can't touch Rotom Wash. And there it is, Rotom Wash. What did you do, Shane? Goes for the Roar. So that was his last move. Pretty much guaranteeing that there's nothing it can do against Rotom Wash. Should that be the final two combatants. Rhyperior taking damage from the rocks, not much. And it is going to recover itself with the leftovers. Goes for the Stone Miss, as we call it, but it does actually land. Thomas landing both commonly missed moves for most competitive players. Hippo goes for the Earthquake, and it should be enough to kill Rhyperior, and it is. Rhyperior goes down. It is 2v4. Out comes out the Rotom Wash again. Goes for the Hydro Pump. Is the sand enough to protect it? It is not. Hippo goes down. And we're at a 1v4 right now. So Noivern comes out. We'll take damage from the rocks. Go for frisking. It is a leftovers, but we know this already. Goes to the Air Slash is not very effective. Rotom goes to the Volt Switch. Goes out. Brings out Bruce. I'm assuming that's the Garchomp, the only thing we haven't seen all game. He gets hit by the rocks. Noivern gets hit by these the sand, which doesn't help its case in terms of longevity. There goes the Outrage. It should be enough. And it is. Veilfur goes down. And it is a 4-0 victory for the Cape Girardeau Gardevoirs.
And there goes the battle!
GG's to both coaches for a great game. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to keep watching some more battles from the official Worldwide Champions League. Until next time, this is PXG Cash Howard, coach of the New York Nido Kings, signing off.